Hi friends, I'm Kay from Kay Yoga. This is a moderate hip opening class. Arrive at your mat in a child's pose, knees wider than hip width, toes to touch. Sit back against your heels, walk your hands forward, allow your forehead to rest against the earth. If you'd like to add props to this pose for comfort, feel free to do so. Allow yourself to find length from your tailbone to the top of your head. Inhaling to lengthen the spine, exhaling, allowing the hips to sink closer to the heels. Slowly start to reach your fingertips forward and walk them forward 2 inches as you hinge forward, allowing your hips to open up and melt towards the earth. Slowly melt back, toes together, knees wide, forehead to the earth. Again, reaching forward, walking fingertips forward slightly, hips drop, legs extend, gently hinge back, toes together, hips back against the heels. One last time, hinge forward, hips down, chest up, and gently back. Slowly hinge forward into a tabletop position. Knees are hip width apart. Hands are shoulder width apart. Gently extend the right leg, bend the knee. Start to reach that right knee up to the sky, as high as you can, out to the side, up to your shoulder, then down in line with the left leg. Again, find that rotation, nice and slow, reaching up, back to the side. Again, 3, 4, and 5. Moving in the opposite direction, up and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take that knee down to the earth and do the same thing on the opposite side. Extend the left leg, bend the left knee, reach up and back, out to the side, towards the shoulder, back in line with the right. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tuck the toes under, send the hips up to the sky into a downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels, press into the pads of the fingers, base of the index finger, knuckle, and thumb. Curl the tailbone to the sky as you push the floor away. See if you can draw that rib cage in. Observe your breath. Draw the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hips open. Feel the beautiful stretch along the right side of the body. Squaring the shoulders to start to the earth, and slowly start to look underneath the right arm. Feeling again the stretch along the right side of the body. And slowly squaring the shoulders to the earth, draw the right knee to the chest, out to the side, up and back. We're finding a nice rotation in the hips. 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other direction. And stepping the foot down, same thing, other side, left leg comes up, bend the knees, stack the hips. Again, feeling that beautiful stretch now along the side body, keeping the shoulders square to start, and slowly looking underneath the left shoulder to the left side. And gently square the shoulders to the earth. Do your rotations on this side 3 times in one direction and 3 times in the other direction. Take the left foot down to the earth, knees down, wider than hip width, toes to touch, sitting back onto your heels. Walk the fingertips forward, face the palms to the sky. Make a fist with your hands. Leave the forearms against the earth. Lift the knuckles, rocking the knuckles left to right, just stretching out the forearms. Forehead can remain on the earth. And gently begin to open up the palms, palms to the earth. Gently hinge forward, tuck the toes under, send the hips back up into your downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Take the right foot between your hands, heel toe the right foot out, take the right hand to the inside of the right foot. You can stay on your hands here. Take the back knee down, untuck the back toes. Staying on your hands or coming down onto your elbows if that's available. Or you can use a block to bring the floor closer to you. Rolling onto the outer blade of the right foot. Maintain length in your spine from your tailbone to the top of the head. Gazing at your thumbs. Find ease in your breath. And gently coming up onto your hands. And choosing here to either take your right hand to the inside of your right knee and pressing out. Continuing to stack the shoulders, you're rooting into the left hand, gazing up over the right shoulder. The other option is to maybe bend the back knee, reach back with your right hand towards your left ankle. Again, if this feels good, connect with this pose. If it doesn't feel good, keep that back leg extended and your hand on your knee. When you're ready, release the back ankle. Heel toe the right foot back between the hands. Tuck the back toes under, step back into your downward facing dog. Same thing, other side. Left leg up and between the hands. And gently heel toeing that foot to the outer edge, hand to the inside of that foot, back knee comes down, untuck the back toes. And seeing how it feels on this side, maybe coming down onto the elbows. You may want to stay on your hands. You may want to use a block to bring the floor closer to you. You're on the outer blade of the left foot, opening up that hip. Gently, when you're ready, coming up onto your hands, rooting into the right hand, taking the left hand to the inner part of your left knee, pressing out, maybe stacking the shoulders, maybe looking up over your left shoulder. And again, if it's available, bend the right knee, reaching back with your left hand towards your right ankle. If this doesn't feel good, simply keep that leg extended and keep your left hand on your knee. Think of lengthening to inhale, exhale to twist. Gently release your foot back down to the earth. Heel toe that left foot between the hands, tuck the back toes under, and from here, you're stepping back into your downward facing dog. Right leg up. Right knee towards your right wrist, coming into pigeon. As you come into your pigeon, find length in your spine on your inhale. Look over your right shoulder. Make sure the back leg is straight behind you. Hips and shoulders square to the top of the mat, coming down to your elbows if that feels comfortable. You can come down onto stacked fists or stacked palms. Your right foot should be pointed and the shin drawn towards you. To accentuate this pose, you can press into the top of the left foot. Notice how that feels in the left hip flexor. Gently lift the forehead. Take your hands under your shoulders, come into an upright position. And again, choosing here to either stay here or bend the back knee. If it's available in your body, you can maybe reach the right fingertips forward, reach the left hand back towards the left foot, gazing over the left shoulder. The other option is to bend that left knee further, hooking your elbow around the ankle, walking the right fingertips forward. Find your balance first, your foundation. If you're comfortable, slowly reaching the right hand up to the sky, meeting your right hand to your left. You can always come back to the foundation with the left leg extended and arms down. When you feel comfortable, release the grip. Release the left leg back down, hands underneath your shoulders, push the floor away, tuck the back toes under, and slowly step back into your downward dog. Pedal out your heels. Notice how the hips feel. Draw the heels to the earth, take the left leg up to the sky, left knee towards the left wrist, preparing for your pigeon on this side. Untuck the back toes. Again, the left shin is towards your body, pointing the left toes, just as you did on the opposite side. Looking over the left shoulder, look back towards your right leg. Make sure it's straight behind you. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, elbows down. Maybe coming down to stacked fists or stacked palms. It's going to feel different from side to side, so honor your body. Notice how this pose feels if you were to press into the top of the right foot. Of course, you can simply melt into your pigeon, observing your breath. And gently lift the forehead, hands underneath the shoulders. And observing here what feels good in the body. You may stay here, or if you like, you can play with bending the back knee. Walk the left fingertips forward. Maybe reach back for your right ankle with your right hand. Either staying here, or you can hook your elbow around the ankle. Allow yourself to find steadiness before walking your fingertips forward and releasing your hand from the ground to meet the other. Open your chest to the sky. Again, you can always come back to the foundation pose. And gently, when you're ready, release and allow that back foot to come down to the ground. Hands underneath the shoulders. Push the floor away, tuck the back toes under. Come back into your downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Raise the heels and lower. Curl the tailbone to the sky. Raise your heels, bend your knees, look forward. You can step or hop forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, ripple up to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees. Step your right foot back. Heel toe the toes to face the side of your mat, coming into a wide angle pose. Hands underneath your shoulders. Big toes are parallel to one another. Arms straighten out. On your exhale, walk your hands either in line with the big toes, so your fingertips are in line with the big toes, or you can use a block to bring the floor closer to you, whatever feels good. Lengthen the spine, inhale, exhale, let the top of the head melt towards the earth. Curl the tailbone up to the sky. Observe your weight into both feet. You can shift your weight forward into the balls of the feet, shift your weight back into the heels, and just notice how that feels behind the legs. Inhaling to lengthen the spine, exhaling, allowing the top of the head to melt towards the earth. And gently start to walk your hands forward, heel toe your feet closer together, bend the knees, toes pointing out, preparing for Malasana. Elbows to the inside of the knees, hands to heart center. Think of pressing in with the knees and out with the elbows. Forearms are parallel to the earth. If bringing your heels to the earth is uncomfortable, you can use a block under the heels. Gently take your fingertips to the earth, rock your knees left and right down to the ground, walking your feet together maybe so you can slowly step your fingertips back to come down onto your bottom into cobbler's pose. However, we're going to take our heels further away, creating a diamond shape with the legs. Hands underneath the ankles, coming into Karmasana, so rolling out the spine, energetically aiming the top of the head into the center of your feet. Your knees will be slightly lifted here, and that's okay. Allow your body to relax into this introspective pose. Gently observe your breath. And slowly start to roll up one vertebrae at a time to a seated position. And draw your knees together and scoot yourself to the top of your mat, feet hip-width apart, knees bent, palms to face one another, and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time to the earth, hands at your sides. Walk your feet in, then step your feet wider than hip width, allow the knees to touch, coming into a constructive rest pose. You can draw your hands further from your body, allowing the shoulders to melt to the ground. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to release into this pose. Gently heel toe your feet closer together. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Rock from left to right, massaging your back with the earth beneath you. Take your hands to your knees. Make figure eights with your knees to massage the low back against the earth. Hands underneath the knees. Rock forward and back 3 times. On your 3rd time, rock up to a seated position. Hands on your knees. Then sweep the hands up, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, palms to touch. Exhale. One last time. Inhale, arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Namaste.